needed to get this to happen. I want to first and foremost thank our speaker, Melissa Mark Viverito, for her unwavering support. The chair of the City Council Education Committee, Danny Drum, former teacher, thank you for all you have done. Woman who represents this district and has been a great ally in this fight, Councilmember Darlene Mealy, thank you. And a gentleman who I've had this conversation with him many times, and Michael Mulgrew cares deeply about getting education right in this city and understands, because he's a former teacher, what this foundation building means. And I have to say it's been a really powerful partnership, because we talk constantly about the question of how do we move this school system? How do we fundamentally change it? As I said some months ago at Riverside Church, how do we shake the foundations? And we know that full-day pre-K for every child is one of the most fundamental ways to shake the foundations of this school system and change it for the long term. So I want to thank the president of the UFT, Michael Mulgrew, for his partnership. Of course, this is a day when Carmen Farina's got a few things on her mind. Yeah, she's got 50,000 plus kids in full-day pre-K, and historic achievement, something that's never been seen in any city in the country before. And then she's got another 1.1 million kids to think about, and hundreds of thousands of employees. And I have to say, she's done an extraordinary job preparing us for this school year. This will be her first full school year as chancellor. It's going to be a great year. Let's thank Carmen Farina for all she does. Charlene and I had a personal experience, an emotional experience this morning. This is the last morning of our entire lives that we will drop off one of our children for the first day of school. And we were emotional wrecks. Dante was absolutely blasé about the whole thing. It is also Dante's birthday today, turning the big 1-7. So Dante was just cool in the saddle as always. Charlene and I were all quivery about this is you know, a moment that we sort of are preparing for the end of this phase of our career as parents. There'll be more ahead. There always will be. But there's always grandparents. Thank you, Carmen. There's something to look forward to. But as Dante got out of the car to go into Brooklyn Tech, it inevitably brought back the memories of the first day we dropped him off for pre-K at PS 372 in Brooklyn, the first day we dropped off Kiara for pre-K. And those were magical days. Those were transcendent moments for our family. Both our kids took to pre-K like fish in water. They loved it. They absorbed so much from pre-K, and they loved being in the classroom, and they made friends quickly, and it was a powerful, powerful moment. Both our kids had full-day pre-K. And if you talk to either one of them, they are poster children for what pre-K does for you, because they are energetic, intelligent, involved kids. And it literally started when they were 4. So we've seen it. And you go into the classroom we were just in a few moments ago, you see it, the energy, the focus of these kids, the sense already. They're talking about their numbers and their letters and the colors, and they're already engaged. And that's what we want for every child. Now, 50,000 plus kids, as we speak, are in pre-K classrooms around the city. By comparison, the same moment last year, it was 20,000 kids in full-day classrooms. This is a huge step forward. 1,700 plus sites citywide. We not only doubled, we not only did a 100% increase, we did a 150% increase in the number of full-day seats. And we know this will change the lives of these children. This will change the lives of their families for the long haul. It's also going to change the whole school system. You spend a few moments in that classroom, you see the future of New York City education. Every one of those children who has a strong foundation is going to help other children. The whole classroom experience is going to improve. All boats will be lifted as more and more kids are prepared. What are we trying to do? We're trying to reach every child. We're trying to get them all on grade level. Every child who's prepared, every child who gets to grade level helps the next child get there, because the whole dynamic in the classroom improves. Every kid who's doing well frees up a little more time for teachers to spend with kids who need a little more help. So this is literally winning the day for each child to help us build a school system that can serve all more effectively, to help us build a future for the city, where we're a strong city, a unified city, a city with a workforce ready for the 21st century. It all adds up. But you can't do it without this foundation. Someone said to me, they were smarter than me, and they said, you've got to talk about pre-K this way. If you're building a house, the most important thing is to start with a strong foundation. That's what pre-K means. Quality has been the watchword. Carmen Farina has insisted on that. We're using a Common Core curriculum at the pre-K level. We are insisting that this pre-K experience be a strong academic experience for our children. You're going to see it in the skills they learn in the course of this year. We have obviously also made clear we're holding the highest standards, not just academically, but in terms of health and safety. That is a prerequisite of this program. Charlene and I had a simple view. We wanted every one of these pre-K sites to be exactly the way we would want them to be for our own children, for Chiara and Dante. And that's the standard we've set. I look around Interforce today. I think Chiara and Dante would have thrived here. So this is the vision that is coming to fruition today, but wait, there's more. Next year we go even farther. Next year we get up to close to 70,000 pre-K seats, meaning from this day next year forward, every single child at pre-K age in this city will get a full-day pre-K seat. That's how fundamental this vision is. So I'm not going to rehash what we know. We know that pre-K gives kids that foundation. It helps to close the achievement gap. It reduces inequality. It prepares kids for the future. It keeps them out of trouble. It gives them skills that later become the foundation for success in middle school, high school, college, and the workforce. It's been proven over and over again. But it has to be applied consistently with energy, with resources, with a strong curriculum. That's what we're endeavoring to do. This site, Interforce, is incredible. 145 children getting that jump start. That was 98 kids last year, so the pre-K expansion has added almost 50 more kids here at this one center, changing all those lives. Now, I talked about Dr. Gary Ellis and Tamara Ellis, and they are amazing. They've done this as a labor of love. Dr. Ellis, a classic New York story, immigrated from Jamaica as a boy, grew up in Bed-Stuy and Brownsville, lived in Lafayette Gardens and Vandalia houses in NYCHA. He didn't have an easy time, but he had a clear vision and a clear dream. Hardworking parents. His dad was a handyman, his mother was a housekeeper, and they kept working hard so he could succeed. This is what every parent will tell you anywhere in New York City. I don't care what neighborhood, I don't care what background. They work so their children can succeed. So Gary wanted to be a medical doctor, and it may have seemed unlikely, but he stuck to it. He wanted to do it because he wanted to give back. He's achieved so much, and Tamara has achieved so much, and they founded Interforce because they wanted to reach kids, particularly at-risk kids. And they wanted to create a sense that these kids could be not only successful, but leaders. And then they expanded with Interforce Tots. Daily News did a story profiling them and said the core notion here is, quote, to teach at-risk kids to reach for the stars. And that's something we believe in. This place is amazing. It's positive. It's nurturing. There's after-school programs here. There's summer programs, science, music, chess, a whole range of things that enrich and empower our children. And they also focus on parenting skills, helping parents to be partners in the process. So this is an incredible indicator, incredible example of what we're doing citywide today. I will hasten to add, before I turn to my colleagues, that this is one thing we're doing today. Carmen Farina is a multitasker. Richard Bury is a multitasker, our deputy mayor. This is one thing we're doing today. We're also preparing for Monday with the doubling of after-school programs for middle school kids. We're also starting today on the pathway to the 40 community schools that'll be up and running this year out of 100 we'll do over the next few years. We're starting down the pathway on the PROS schools, which are going to be an incredibly important reform coming out of our new contract, giving each school the opportunity to create its own vision for how to be effective and make its own reforms. A lot is happening right now, this day in New York City. This is a historic day, truly, a day that's going to have reverberations that play out over years and years and years. I just want to say, I sometimes feel bad I ask so much of Carmen Farina, but what is that? What is that phrase that you're only asked to do the things that you're actually capable of doing, and Carmen's capable of making this transformation and fundamentally changing this school system. I'll finish with a quote I think summarizes our sense of mission. President Kennedy said, quote, "Our progress as a nation can be no swifter than our progress in education." It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Until we get education right, we can't get the rest of the equation right. Today is a huge step forward for getting education right in this city. With that, because I know she's got a lot to say and a lot on her mind, the woman who's making it all happen, our Chancellor, Carmen Farina.
Yes.